John F. Kennedy's Secretary of Defense, Robert McNamara, said that this was as close as the world ever came to total destruction. 1 year in the life of the Soviet submarine commander Vasily Arkhipov shows that the Cold War got uncomfortably warm sometimes. In July of 1961, Vasily Arkhipov was one of the commanding officers of the Soviet submarine K-19, which was off the southeast coast of Greenland. There was a major leak in the cooling system of the ship's nuclear reactor, and the ship was rapidly going into a nuclear meltdown. Meanwhile, the radio was out, and they had no way to contact headquarters. Using the nuclear equivalent of spit and duct tape, the crew was able to engineer a solution, but dozens of people died of radiation poisoning during and after the event, and Arkhipov and the other officers on the boat were barely able to avert a mutiny before they got home. Just more than a year later, in October of 1962, Arkhipov found himself once again in the middle of a big pickle as one of the commanding officers of the B-59 submarine in the Caribbean in the middle of the Cuban Missile Crisis. Above the surface, Nikita Khrushchev and John F. Kennedy were in a major showdown over nuclear weapons in Cuba. Once again, Arkhipov was underwater and out of radio contact when a depth charge blast dropped as a warning from the U.S. Navy led them to believe that there was a nuclear war happening above the water. With no way to contact headquarters, once again, there was a vote on the nuclear sub. The other two commanding officers voted to launch a nuclear weapon against the United States, but Vasily Arkhipov was able to pull rank and veto this nuclear launch, which quite possibly would have led to a global nuclear war.